So it's 3:30 in the morning again, and surprise, surprise, I'm making a YouTube video. And basically, for the last few hours, I've been going through something that sounds like I'm having an emotional breakdown. Not the case. I just found out that all of my photos and videos from all of my phones since I was about 13 years old have been backed up on a Google account. So I've been scrolling through everything, found some extremely disturbing things from when I was a lot as a younger teenager. Um, yeah, and then it's like I've watched a transformation of myself, and I guess the real pivotal point of me changing, or I guess becoming a better person, whatever that may mean, but that's what I'm going to characterize it as because that's what it seems that there was a point in my life where I really wasn't a good person, and you wouldn't have wanted to be friends with me, and that was for a lot of reasons. It's like my whole personality wasn't right exactly. I think it was partially to do with drugs, partially to do with wanting to fit in, partially to do with me not really having my own identity, and I was willing to do whatever it took to, I guess, be accepted or be part of the crowd. And yeah, that led to me doing some stupid things. And the thing is, at the time, I didn't rationalize it like that. I didn't see that it was just me trying to just be accepted or fit in. It was just me thinking I was being cool, or just thinking I was being me, but it didn't. Like, looking back, it's like that wasn't me. That wasn't rational. So yeah, I found some videos of me taking like stupid stuff, being stupid. And then it's like I get to a point. It's like 2015. That's when most of this stuff seemed to be happening. Um, or most of the drug stuff anyway. It's like I start taking psychedelics, and it's like fuck. Like I don't know if I know that the correlation doesn't uh imply cause, but there seemed to be a big change in my personality, both from the videos I've watched and from the photos I was taking, and that seems to correlate a lot with uh, the time I took psychedelics. It's like I changed from being this emo teenage kid who just wanted to do what the crowd was doing, or not do what the crowd was doing, just rebel against everything, to sort of, I guess, going through a transformation. And it changed a lot of areas in my life, and that was extremely prevalent through the photos and videos I was looking at. And it changed the way I dressed, it changed the way that I acted, it changed a lot. It changed the way I felt, it changed the things I was interested in, it changed the kind of music I listened to. And it's like I don't know if I'd be the same person I am today if it hadn't have been for me taking drugs. And I don't think I could have even just skipped straight to the psychedelics. I think I had to go through that extremely rough patch beforehand where I made a lot of mistakes, where I hurt a lot of people, where I took a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have taken, but you know I did, and I don't regret it. I got actually there was a video that came up, and it was like I can't remember exactly when it was, but it was after been taking psychedelics for a little while, uh, and it was basically it was I remember filming it. It was the moment I realised that perspective was subjective almost, or reality was subjective, and that we look at things through a lens, and our subjective filter alters the alters the world around us, and we can't perceive the world without it. that's what I think that was the beginnings of me really being able to understand that. And the catalyst to that was psychedelics. It wasn't just drugs. Yes, drugs gave me a different understanding of the world, but it wasn't one that opened my mind. It was one that dulled things down, like alcohol, tramadol, ecstasy. Ecstasy debatably has been beneficial, but overconsumption, nah. Say MCAT, Whiz, Speed. They gave me a different perspective on the world. They showed me something else, but it wasn't in the same light. It wasn't clean. It wasn't something that consciously made me aware of that. It gave me the experience, but it didn't give me the wisdom almost. And yeah, I don't think it was healthy. It definitely wasn't healthy. I shouldn't have been taking stuff like that. Dangerous. You don't know what you get in. But psychedelics, yes, they do show you a different side of life, and they showed me a different side of life. And I'm saying from experience that they've done more benefit than harm. Definitely. I feel like what helped me develop a sense of identity. The what got me into philosophy. The what got me interested in psychology. I remember, I think I've made videos about this on my channel before, but I used to go down the woods and take around 4 tabs of, it was embalm, and I know embalm's not great, but I had some of the most amazing life-altering experiences on the substance, and even though it is a dangerous one, and if you're going to do psychedelics, stick to LSD or mushrooms, that's the thing I took, and because that's what I could get hold of at the time, and it benefited me. But just take my word and don't do that substance, because people have died from it before. But yeah, putting that aside, I used to go to the woods and take like 3 or 4 tabs of this stuff and have the most insane trips. And I remember I'd go down there, and it's absolutely ineffable, completely inexplicable. Like, I've just got a goosebumps all over my legs from thinking about it. I can't explain what I'm about to say, but it's like I'd go to the woods, and there'd be like 50 to 100 people there, because it was basically Friday night was sesh night. And yeah, everyone would be drinking, talking, socialising, and it's just I don't want to say, because I can't articulate the experience. It's like I'd see a different side to reality that I'd never seen. I'd see people interacting, and I'd be able to view everything from a different perspective almost. It's like I could see what was happening objectively. I was able to look at things, and I was almost looking at it from like a psychoanalytic or a socio-analytic perspective. And I wasn't just interested in what people were talking about. It was more like taking that step back, looking at things objectively, and it's like, whoa, people are actually talking and people are interacting. Like that was what introduced me to looking at things in that sort of way. Like, I didn't want to go and get involved in people's conversations. I didn't want to see what they were talking about. That didn't interest me. It was more like, perhaps things that they were talking about did interest me, but it was more like taking a step back and being objective about it, and not engaging in conversation in a sense. It was just me observing almost, and seeing what was actually happening, and that really started to interest me. And that was also what interested me about the perspective, where I made a video where basically I got a pair of glasses and a little crystal thing, and I've actually got the video, so I might upload it to my channel if you'd be interested in that. But basically, so I had the pair of glasses, and I was doing that. These glasses aren't very strong actually, so it might not work, but yeah, you can see it slightly. It's like I was exploring perspective. I was exploring different ways of seeing the world. I was exploring the idea that we look at the world through our own subjective lens. We look at the world through our perspective, and it was really amazing. basically the point of this video is to say that I don't think I would be the same person as I am today without have taken psychedelics. I wouldn't have had those experiences which opened my mind, which opened me up to my longing to understand the human psyche and my longing to ask questions about life and understand what it was all about. And it was just, I've had some extremely profound and spiritual experiences on the drugs, as well as just interesting ones like that. But yeah, no, I'll maybe make videos about them. I know I've done some trip reports on my channel before, but I can't remember which ones I've done. I know I can pretty much remember most of my trips, to be honest, or most of my profound ones. If not all of them, I can remember little bits of them all. And those were experiences I've had and experience shapes the people that we are, and also not just experience but the perspective we have on that experience. And yeah, that's also important. And I'm really glad I'm at college studying philosophy and sociology and doing what I love. This is what I love to do and I'm doing it, and that's important. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed now. Thanks for watching.